welcome back to my channel. And today we're going to do the controversial parenting video. I'm with my friend Cassie. I forgot your name for a second, sorry. And I'm with Sebastian, like always. I thought it would be fun because my friend does not have any kids yet. She's not pregnant. She's not trying to have kids.
None.
So I thought it'd be cool to get her idea on what she would do if she had a kid, and obviously I have one. So we're gonna get started. All right, so we got our list of topics, and we're just gonna start. Are you okay? All right, so the first one is being pro-life or pro-choice. Do you want to start?
Sure.
Okay.
I am pro-choice.
Speak up.
Oh. I am pro-choice. Pro-choice. Okay? Do you know what that means? Pro-choice means if I want to have a kid, I'm going to have my kid. If you want to abort your kid, that's cool too. If Susan over here wants to give her baby up for adoption, she can do that. Pro-choice means you make the choice for you, and other women can make their own.
Wow. Maybe it was a mistake having you on this. For me, I am definitely pro-choice as well. I probably would never have an abortion, but I'm not going to go and force someone to just because, you know, I wouldn't have one for myself. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't affect that I'm a mom and that I want more kids. All right, the next one, just going to jump right in the next one, is baby wearing, which if you don't know what it is,
like,
when you have like the harness
you, right?
and like the, yeah.
Like wraps?
Yeah.
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 Oh, teach their own. I'd probably do that.
I do.
I'd
was
want
so
my kid to be close to me. I feel like they feel calmer when they're with their mom because that's where they put you when you're born.
So you would definitely baby wear?
Yeah.
I'm a proud baby
Yeah,
wearer.
100%.
That's the only way I was able to do stuff with you.
Is that even controversial, really? That's crazy.
Yeah, some people think it's like weird and like it shouldn't
That's crazy.
be done. I know. I love it.
Wow.
All right. God. We're using her phone, so I can't even get into it. Which, if you guys don't watch my videos, which I hope you guys do, I'm filming on my phone because my laptop sucks, so I can't edit. The next one is circumcision versus not circumcising.
Isn't that a religious thing?
It can be. Most time it is. Like, if you had a boy, would you circumcise, or do you not find it necessary?
I would probably circumcise my kid. I wouldn't want him to be bullied by girls.
It's true, though.
I don't know.
Yeah, no.
Like,
I mean, like...
Probably. I don't know. I would have to do research on it,
yeah,
probably.
I definitely did research. I've been with guys who weren't circumcised and who were circumcised. He is circumcised just because, I mean, I find it easier, and I also find it not, like... I just did the research, and I thought that it was the best option for me to choose. And I know a lot of people will be like, well, you know, it's his body, like, he should have made that choice. But at the same time, until he can make his own choices, that is what his parents are for. That's how I believe. All right, so the next topic is adoption, I guess, versus abortion and keeping the baby.
Yeah.
Do you want me to go first?
Go for it.
I personally would choose keeping it. Keeping the baby. I chose to do that with my son, obviously. And then my next choice, if I was not able to take care of the baby, would be adoption, because I was adopted. And I just think, especially if you're trying to have a kid, or you obviously weren't using protection or on birth control, and you get pregnant, you should be thinking about adoption. But I don't hate on abortion.
Yeah.
And I think there are times when you aren't, like, you know, you aren't using protection and you need to have an abortion, and that's fine. You know, I just would prefer to see adoption over abortion if you can't keep it.
I feel you. Me personally, if I don't know if I would be able to give my kid up for adoption.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I would be able to go through a full pregnancy.
I don't think I could either.
And then give up my kid. But I also think that, like, adoption is a great option for people who, like, can't have kids, like, physically can't get pregnant. And they can love your child, you know? Like, I just personally, I don't think I would be able to do it.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I'm not hating on it, though.
Oh, for sure. I don't hate on any of the options. I just think
at that point, like, after I gave birth, I wouldn't want to give my kid up for adoption.
And all 3 options are literally
unless I was in a situation where, like, I was too late to get an abortion or didn't want an abortion and, like, couldn't keep, give my kid its best life. Like, I would give him up for adoption or her up for adoption so they could thrive. And
all options are the hardest to decide between. So, like, I don't hate on any choice.
Yeah.
The next one,
baby piercing.
Stupid. Baby piercing so like having a little girl and piercing their ears when they're a baby, I guess.
Oh my god, that's a hard question.
I personally wouldn't.
I don't think I would because I would want my kid to make that own decision. Like when I was like 8 or 9, my mom took me and got my ears pierced. Like I would take my kid whenever they wanted to get them pierced in case my kid was like really believed it, like you shouldn't have any holes or tattoos on your body. Like I don't want to make that decision for you.
Yeah. Plus I remember I think I was in 3rd grade, my mom took me and I loved the experience. Plus I did a lot of research and using guns like at Claire's, it doesn't really pierce your ears, it just like separates the skin, so you should go to an actual piercer and they won't do babies usually. So
my sister's doctor did my nieces for her.
So like no hate regardless, just personally I wouldn't want to make the decision, which sounds crazy because I'd have the circumcision but not piercings, but earrings aren't really like a surgery. So kind of hypocritical in a way.
I feel like it's like an accessory.
Yeah, it's an accessory. Yeah, that's a phone. The next one is breast milk versus formula. So I guess like breastfeeding versus bottle feeding.
I'd probably try to breastfeed my kid first, and then if that didn't work or if they like couldn't latch onto my boob for some reason, I'd probably like do formula.
Yeah. I did breastfeeding for 2 months until he would not latch, and when he did, it wasn't for long, and then he would just scream at my boob and just wasn't having it. So I tried pumping and feeding from a bottle for a while, but it got hard, so I ended up just switching to formula. I love the idea of breastfeeding. I would prefer to do it if I can, but I know some women can't. So that's my stance on it.
Cry it out method versus other.
Okay, so the other's really like as soon as he starts
like
crying, like pick him
first,
up.
like,
yeah.
I would probably do a mix of both.
Yeah.
Cause like I don't want to hear my kids screaming, but also like self-soothe.
Yeah. Up until he was like 3 or 4 months, I definitely picked him up right away. Just because he's a newborn, like, he's crying for a reason.
And I imagine, especially as a new mom.
Yeah. And then after a while, I'd make sure all his needs were met, and if he was still crying, I'd let him cry for maybe, like, up to 5 minutes, and if he didn't stop, then I would pick him up and help him.
So strong.
So I think cry it out. It really depends on the parent for this one. Yeah. I don't think there's anything wrong with it as long as you're being responsible. Like, like I said, no more than 5 minutes at a time. Yeah. I think that's okay because there are some moms
like
who will
balance
just
and
let him cry.
Yeah, like I've nannied for people who will literally be like with no circumstances, like after you put him down, if he cries, like don't pick him up.
I couldn't do that.
And like I wouldn't do that.
I'm gonna pick your kid up. Oh my goodness! I couldn't
after
do
like
that.
10 minutes, I'm gonna.
All right.
People hate you regardless.
I know.
You say on YouTube.
I'm just I'm a hated
can't
person.
Please every person on social media.
Which fun fact, guys? At one point, we didn't like each other because
because I was not a nice person at one time.
Yeah, she was really mean to my friends, but you know we grew up and became adults, and it's not high school anymore. So
live, learn, and love.
All
Your
right.
kid's gonna love designer. He's latched to the Louis bag.
Yes.
Boy, I'm gonna buy you your first Louis.
The next one is spanking versus not spanking.
I think there's a difference between beating your child and spanking your kid. And I think a lot of people don't understand the line. And if you're doing it and correcting your kid, and you're like, hey, no.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
That's fine. But, like, I personally would never take a belt to my child and beat my kid with a belt.
Yes.
But I don't think I would spank my kids either, me personally, but I don't judge other parents for doing that.
Personally, I don't think I would spank Sebastian.
You don't want to eat that.
I
don't want to eat that.
I definitely don't see a problem with it, like you said, if there's, like, you know, the different, I don't know what I'm saying. No, but I also wouldn't believe in spanking in public. I feel like there's a time to correct your child, 100%. And in public, it is very embarrassing. Like, my parents used to yell at me in public sometimes, and that was overly embarrassing. And there's also a difference between with your hand and one swat versus continuing to do so.
Closed fist, yeah.
Plus, you have to think about it. If the baby is definitely under a year and I spank my kid, like, the only way to communicate is to cry.
Yeah.
So if you're spanking because he's crying or something, like, then I judge you. But other than that, like, you know, you do you. I don't know if I would, but I don't think I would. But I don't
judge
find
people for correcting their kids' behavior, but I judge people for being abusive with their kids, and there's such a fine line that, like, I wouldn't want to put myself in that position.
I also believe it's like a last resort type thing.
Yeah, and, like, me personally, there's this YouTuber I watched, Christina Randall, I don't know if you know who she is, but she was, like, in prison and she has kids. But
so shout out to her and go check her out.
Yeah, shout out to Christina Randall, go check her out, she's amazing. But no, she talks about how you should never, like, you need to speak love into your kids, not hate. And so, like, if your kid is, like, making a mess in your room, you don't say, you're bad, you're making a mess. You say, you don't act like that. Like, you're a good listener. You know, like, why are you making a mess? Like, you know better. Like, you can correct your kids with positive reinforcement, and then they're less traumatized.
I definitely agree. All right. Oh, God, I need glasses. I guess co-sleeping versus, I guess, in their own bed. I did not think it was a good idea. I was definitely against it when I was pregnant, and I definitely, I'll be honest, judged people who co-slept until I moved back home, and my son would not sleep in a bassinet or a pack-and-play. I looked up, there are safe ways to do it. He slept in bed with me up until he was 4 months, or until I got his crib, and he still sometimes sleeps in bed with me. And I honestly, it's actually very healthy to co-sleep and the best for the baby.
Yeah, I never had a crib or a bassinet growing up until when I moved into a bed, then I had a bed, but until then I slept with my mom.
Nice.
Every night, right in her arm.
So you would co-sleep?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and she didn't co-sleep with both of my siblings, and I'm the best one. It turned out, so co-sleep with your kids.
Yeah. I'm the best one. Oh my god. Listen to this girl, guys.
Ask my siblings.
Yeah, so I'm
home versus public versus private versus charter schooling. That's
okay.
important.
Sorry guys, I have horrible eyesight. The next one is you just
home versus public versus private versus charter schooling.
All right, so what's schooling? What was DHS?
Deerfield's high school is public.
Okay.
I've gone to public and private high schools. I feel like I think homeschooling isolates your kids. And that's the only thing that I really am against.
Yeah.
Is isolating your children.
Yeah.
And then they don't learn social skills. That's what you learn in school young. Like, I understand maybe, homeschooling your kid if, your kid's in high school or middle school and is, getting bullied and doesn't want to be in school anymore. But, elementary school, your kid learns to socialize with other kids and, life skills that they need.
The only reason, I would consider homeschooling is because of all these school shootings. That terrifies me, so at least scary. I know he is safe. But I also went to public and... Yeah? Yeah? What do you want to do? Do you want to go to homeschool or private school? Or public? Public? I agree. I went to public and private school. I was in public up until freshman year and then private for high school. except for freshman year.
You really did only go to Deerfield freshman year, because I never went to Deerfield with you.
I didn't even finish freshman year.
Yeah.
I transferred.
Makes sense.
It honestly, I loved my private school. I went to treatment boarding school and a therapeutic day school.
We have so much in common.
We really do.
Same.
Yeah. So honestly, like, it really depends on the private school. I know there are some that really are horrible. I would definitely say public though. Or charter. I like both of them. I feel like they have the best classes. And
I don't have a lot of knowledge on charter schools. I don't either. So like my mom knows charter schools, kind of. Vaccinations.
Okay, the next one. Vaccinations. Please tell me.
If you don't vaccinate your child, you're selfish. And there are people in other countries who don't have the resources to vaccinate their kids and keep their people healthy. I'm sorry, I'm very passionate about this topic. Like, you'd rather your kid die than have autism. That's concerning to me.
Yeah. So
there's no, like, scientific facts, like, backing not vaccinating your kids besides people's, like, own opinions. So, like, vaccinate your kids or homeschool them and never let them outside.
Okay, well, I'm going to be nicer. She has never done YouTube before, so I apologize for her attitude. But at the same time, when it comes to vaccinations, I don't. I am definitely, I vaccinate. I got vaccinated when I was pregnant. I got the flu shot. I did the research that it was safe when you're pregnant. I don't hate on those that don't vaccinate if you've done your own research and decide, like, actual research, and you are willing to take the risk. But if you think that, you know, you listen to, you know, Facebook, yeah, then I judge you, honestly. But, like, no hate, honestly, from me. I have family members who don't vaccinate, and some will only do certain vaccinations. I just think if you don't vaccinate, kind of be respectful. Like, if your kid's sick and, like, there's a newborn, don't go to their house with your sick kid. But yeah, I definitely vaccinate, and I will vaccinate all my kids. Yeah. I worked with kids with autism. Nicest kids I've ever met. Sweet. Some are, you know, mean, but so are normal people, I guess. And I hate to say normal, but like people without autism. They're evil and they're nice and all the above. And I don't know.
He's so cute.
Yes. And he doesn't have autism, and he's vaccinated. He's fully vaccinated.
I don't have autism.
I don't think I have autism. Say hi, Sebastian. And like I said, I don't mean to hate, guys.
You have to cut the part out where I just literally said that I might have autism.
Yeah,
someone might hate it.
Yeah, we'll have to edit that whole thing out.
So sorry.
Yeah. So, okay. So, the next topic is medicating children, and we were just discussing what that actually means. So I'm taking it as, you know, psych meds, or, you know, giving young kids like Tylenol and Motrin and all that. Or like
sleeping medication even.
For me, I have given him Tylenol to help sleep. I rarely do it, only because he's teething, I'll occasionally do it. And I give him soothing gel, which isn't really medication, but because it numbs his mouth, I do that almost every night just because he does teeth really bad. Other than that, if he's not sick, I don't believe in giving him medication because I don't want him, like, his dad has addictions, and I don't want to start off with Tylenol and then he gets addicted to other stuff. Along with psych meds, I was on psych meds since I was really little, like at least 6, but I don't think I was until I was 10.
Yeah.
But that was my choice. I did make that choice. I think if your kid is aware that they have mental illness and need psych meds, and they ask to see a psychiatrist and to be on meds, then I think it's okay. If they don't know and you're just doing because you think they do, I mean, I don't believe in medicating just to medicate.
Yeah. I wouldn't ever, like, I agree with everything with infant. Like, with psych meds, if I had a kid who was older and, like, really clearly had a lot of problems and just, like, was like, I'm not taking medication, I would probably take my kid to, like, multiple different doctors and get multiple different opinions and then, like judge it off of that. Because, like, I've seen doctors who have diagnosed me with things, and then I'd see other doctors, and they'd be like, girl, no.
Yeah. There was a doctor that told me I had bipolar and depression and something else, and it turned out I have borderline personality disorder. So I was wrongly diagnosed.
Exactly, and that's so dangerous. Like, young, when kids are going through puberty, like, I would need multiple opinions before I medicated my kid. Even, like, I have a nephew who has a brain tumor, and he had, like, got multiple different opinions on people before putting him on any medication for that. It's just, like, ask people. That's what I would do. Cloth versus disposable diapers.
Cloth versus disposable diapers. Thank you for enlarging that. Yeah. I like the idea of cloth diapers. I have a weak stomach, though, so I could not wash diapers. I do like the environment, though, and I do like the idea. Like I said, I would consider it next baby, but I would consider it when they're older. Like, at 7 months, like, he does not poop as much like newborns do, so I would definitely consider it then. Until then, disposable.
Yeah, I don't know if I would ever use cloth diapers. Like, I'd probably always use disposable ones and, like, help the environment in other ways.
It's cheaper, too, though, to do cloth diapers.
Yeah. But I just,
I
don't know.
Diapers.
I don't think I could put that in my washer.
Yeah.
I don't think I could. I don't know. Store-bought baby food versus homemade. I'd probably give my kid homemade baby food. I'd probably invest in a homemade baby food processor.
Yeah, there's Baby Bullet.
Yeah, that's my aunt.
I'm going to get that when I move out.
I'll ask my aunt if she still has it. She'll give it to me.
I love your aunt. It's like $60.
Yeah, I would probably make my kid its own baby food. I don't trust. I don't think baby food in the store tastes good.
Well,
I wouldn't eat it.
It does taste good. I try it before I give it to Sebastian. I have made his baby food and I have store-bought because I'm on WIC. Taste-wise, there's not really a difference. I started making his food just because WIC, the stores near me, only have carrots for the vegetable, and he doesn't like carrots. So I enjoy making it over buying it. I think it's fun, and it's very, like, I don't want to say intimate, but, like, it is kind of.
I think it might be less like the stuff is less processed.
Because
maybe
all I know. Yeah, I would think so. A lot of the ingredients just say the food and the water. Sometimes, like, citric acid or something to keep it from lasting. To keep it lasting longer. When I make it, all I do is water and the vegetable or the fruit that's in it. So I don't know. Either way, like, if you have the time to only make homemade baby food, like, hats off to you. That's amazing. I wish I could do that. Yeah. And I'm a stay-at-home mom and I don't have time. More like I just don't want to. And if you buy it, I mean, he's getting the nutrients he needs at the same time. It doesn't matter to me. Yeah. All right. So with that, that was our whole list. I will add it in the description. I will also add her Instagram if you guys want to go follow her. She's really cool. I'll add that in the description below. You don't need to say it. If you guys have any other video ideas, feel free to comment below or Instagram me. I will add my Instagram below as well. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you can get the notifications when I post next. And I'll see you guys in the next video.